Hi, everyone. After looking at my slides here, I realized that I actually did have a little bit more to say on this subject here. So if you bear with me on this short little addendum. So in the last video, we talked about relationship quality and how good acts can lead to better relationship quality. So this is just an example of how a bad act can have the opposite effect. So I pulled out an E. coli scare back in 2006. Now this can be for anything. I mean, think of the E. coli scare that Chipotle had back in 2015, for example, or any other sort of bad thing that a company has done. So in September of 2006, there was a large spinach recall due to E. coli. This was spanning 26 states. There was 4 deaths, 104 hospitalizations, 205 illnesses. So pretty prolific. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration traced that incident back to the kind of the weirdly named Natural Selection Foods, the unfortunately named company there. Their sales immediately dropped by 30%. Okay, which makes sense. So if we look at it like this, and we go back to that stakeholder-centric model, all right, we could say that in terms of our returns to our stakeholders, it's not, this company's not like me, it's not benefiting me, all right, and therefore the relationship quality actually suffers, all right? We're breaking those ties that we've created with our stakeholders, all right? So look at the actual, so the direct, I shouldn't say beneficiaries, the direct, the people that were directly involved with this. So the functional element regarding this might be hospitalization, which might lead to distrust. Okay, and then the ultimate values in state is that this does not help society. This does not help me to achieve my ultimate value in state that I want to bring about in the world. So therefore, it's something to be disregarded. Same thing with indirect stakeholders. I can't support this company; it harms others. This company will not increase the overall well-being of society. Stockholders, lower return, higher risk, doesn't contribute to that sense of accomplishment. It's something to be avoided. All right. And then with these elements too, so I don't know if you caught that back in the article that you read last week, but they were talking about how stakeholders have different attributes to them. And our focus, how we prioritize our relationships with our stakeholders, is determined by a couple of different things. And in this case, it was power, legitimacy, and urgency. So we should focus on maybe not, I shouldn't say appeasing, but managing the relationships with stakeholders, the ones that are the most powerful, the ones that have the most legitimacy. Okay, in that case, they're a legitimate stakeholder, they're a legitimate player, they have a vested interest in this particular cause or campaign or something like that, all right? And the issue might be very urgent for them, okay? So with regards to these stakeholders, when we do a bad thing, right, we have various levels that our stakeholders can be. Right? At the very top, this is a very select few, very top of the pyramid. So these are our elite stakeholders, maybe like major news outlets or very powerful stakeholder groups that are very active against our company or active for the cause. This might be people that are inactive, maybe general populace or something like that, but maybe potentially concerned about a particular issue, and then the latent and inactive. Now, when we do something bad and these relationships, the quality deteriorates, what we're hoping is that it's not going to pull a lot of these latent and inactive people maybe up to the inactive but potentially concerned, or pull a lot of these potentially concerned up to the elite and active. All right. So this is why Gap did what they did with regards to their stakeholders. They recognized who they needed to deal with regards to power, legitimacy, and urgency. They refined and created very positive relationships, and they helped avoid a lot of the deleterious effects that occurred with regards to their particular actions here. Okay, so that was the last thing that I wanted to say on that particular subject here. So thank you so much for this little addendum here.